for joining this session. Now, today, we have wisdom sharing session by Master Arputha. Arputha is from Tamil Nadu, South India. Currently, he's living in UK, and he lived in France for 6 years before moving to UK. And he has been in this meditation path from past 2 years, and he's working as an engineer for an automobile company. He's very passionate about food, and he makes a lot of wonderful vegan recipes, plant-based recipes, and he has his own YouTube channel, and he has his own Instagram page where he shares daily recipes, my dear friends. So he practices this veganism from past 1 year. So and he's also taking care of PMC France. He's also working for PMC France. So we are so happy, Arputha. Today you are with us now. So yes, Arputha, over to you.
Hello, Akka. Thanks a lot for calling me here, and thank you so much for everyone who are here, and thanks to all the masters. So before going to start my the sharing, whatever I want to share today with you guys, I will share you a PPT so that it should be good. Hope you can see my screen.
Yes, sir. We can see.
So today's topic is vegan cuisine. Yogi's vegan cuisine, and you will understand what is the reason behind this topic, and just trying to make this bigger. So yeah. So Yogi's vegan cuisine is normally my YouTube and Instagram food account name. So here, if you can see, just have a look at this slide. So this is me. I used to be like this way back 6 years before, and now this is how I look, more or less. So these photos are taken in France, maybe 6 months back, I would say. And recently I moved to the UK. The same company, they sent me here. I will just share you my life experience, and then we can slowly go into the subject. So I was born and brought up in Tamil Nadu, as Sri Lakshmi Akka was telling. I was born in a Catholic family, Christian family. Then I went to Chennai to do my Bachelor's of Engineering, which was in mechanical. And then after finishing my bachelor's, I moved to France due to a collaboration between this college and university in France. Then plenty of things started. Once I moved to France, I would say that this entire changeover happened because of the differences I saw. Whenever you move to some place, you will find many differences, and only then you will start to put more questions. So that happened to me as well. For example, what I observed was when I was in France, people used to talk very quietly. Like you are sitting only next to them, you won't even hear what they talk. Whereas in India, we have that capacity or tendency to talk always louder. Um, that was maybe not. I'm not generalizing, but more or less, I would say. And we eat food very hot and spicy, whereas in France they eat very mild food, like it will be not so spicy at all. It's not at all hot. So I was always asking why. Then the answer which came within me itself, like uh, maybe France was a country which was very cold. Even today it's cold. But imagine like when was no technology in those years, maybe 5,000 or 1,000 years back. They used to uh, how to say they used to stay in a closed environment where where they have no need to talk very loudly. Whereas in India, it was not like that. It was sunny and it was hot always, the climate, and so we have the tendency uh, to to keep the doors, everything opened. That's why there may be some noises in the background. That's why we have the very tendency to talk louder, and why we are eating hot food, like more chili in the food, or more pepper, which makes the food to go very hot. Maybe because like in India, the warm temperature, when there is sun, our body needs to be cooled down. So when you eat hot food, it helps to sweat a lot, and which cools down your body. um, Whereas in France, there is no need to cool your body down. You have to make your body heated up. So they eat more fat. So these are all the questions I had and the answer which came from me itself. And the one great thing that I would say is I am so passionate about food. And whenever I start to go, it was like on 2016 when I moved to France. I used to watch YouTube videos to cook food. And what happened was slowly I started getting this video of the master speaking about the spiritual master speaking about various spiritual things, which attracted my attention towards that. And I started hearing all the videos and watching the videos of Osho, Sadhguru, and uh, uh, only later I got the videos of Patriji and so on. But these two masters, I was watching all the videos, and finally I, uh, I came to a conclusion that okay, we have to do a meditation to know who am I, why am I, why I am here, what is my purpose of my life, everything. So that was the question that I had. Who am I? After having this plenty of questions, if nature is the one which drives the people to behave in certain manner, then what is the how to say, what is the reason being a human? Who am am I also controlled by nature? So that was the question that I had. Then why when I saw the videos of these spiritual masters, I started understanding the concepts of life. And I said, okay, I think I have also to give a try to a meditation. But then I was not quite sure about which technique to do. And that was the time where lockdown was started to happening. And I subscribed for Isha's Shambhavi Mahamudra practice. And before that, I bought book written by Osho. I tried to practice 112 techniques, out of which some randomly some 20 techniques. But then I couldn't find the real connectedness between the techniques that I followed. And later on, during the lockdown times, but these days, I happen to understand that the masters are speaking about vegetarianism. You have to be a vegetarian, they say, directly or indirectly. Osho, he speaks very directly. Sadhguru, he speaks indirectly. And then plenty of other masters. And another thing is, I was very health conscious. And this master, Kavanagar from Tamil Nadu, and Tirukkural, which was written by Tiruvalluvar, he wrote this book way back 2000 years or 3000 years back. And we consider that as a kind of Bible, well, let's say in Tamil Nadu. Whatever he wrote, it suits even today. And since I was health conscious, he was talking about Tirukkural, and I read a page where he speaks about health. when I read and when I followed, my body whatever the diseases that I had, it went away. Like it's been like almost 3 years or 4 years. I never fallen in ill, and which got my attention. And when I was in lockdown, I said, since I am passionate about food, let's why not take a video of whatever I cook and then I post it in YouTube. At those times, I was a non-vegetarian. Uh, and then I took videos of whatever I cooked. I posted in YouTube and Instagram. And at the end, I wanted to put a quote of Tiruvalluvar, where he says about how to eat, what to eat, when you have to eat. So if you follow these things, you don't need medicine at all. Um, I will tell you about that maybe afterwards. And so that's why I started making videos. I wanted to convey people something good. So at the end of each videos, I started putting the quotes of Tiruvalluvar. But then uh, only after making like 10 videos, I, I came to know a chapter written by Tiruvalluvar itself about vegetarianism and no killing, non-violence. So this also got my attention because when I follow someone uh, in in a particular chapter, and whatever he says is right, and which fits me, and what he says in next chapter should also suits me. And but then since I was passionate about food, I wanted to really explore a lot of things. I couldn't really leave uh, from meat eating, even though I was after watching the videos of many masters, I was now aware that eating meat or whatever is not good and for our health, but I couldn't leave it. But uh, after I got a video of Patriji in YouTube. He was explaining about meditation. Uh, he was telling that meditation is so simple. You just close your eyes, make your hands like this, and sit in a comfortable position and observe your natural breath. And when you do that, you will go in the conscious of your soul, because the breath is happening automatically without the control of your body and the mind. And from where you will understand who you are. Okay, I said this meditation is so simple. Let me try this for 30 days. When I tried that meditation for 30 days, I shifted. My consciousness shifted. I would say within 30 days I became vegetarian. I became more sensible towards animals, and that was what my path towards vegetarianism. After doing that meditation given by Patriji, previously which was given by Buddha, and so Patriji was propagating this technique called anapanasati, as you all know maybe. And so if you could see, all the masters, they are more focused on vegetarianism. And if you can see, like Valver, what he says, abstain from eating flesh, realizing it as the wound of another. You know, when we kill another being, once it is dead, whatever the flesh that we take from our from the body of that animal is considered as wound, he says. So if we really realize that the thing that we eat is actually a wound, we don't even take that and eat, he says. So likewise he wrote in a chapter like 10 phrases where you can literally understand uh, why we should never eat an animal. And here what we meant to think so far is, whenever in a milk container that we find in supermarket, if it is written the cow is how to say, they are the cow is living happily in the farm, or whatever. This is what in our mind we will have as a perception. Whereas honey we saw, we used to see only in the bottles like this. But what is the reality? And reality behind the vegetarianism is, at least in Europe, I would say, even in India, it just started happening. Way back when the masters were speaking about vegetarianism, they were not aware of all these kind of activities, how they treat animals in the industry. Like how you see here, all the cows will be asked to stand in a line, will be made to stand in a line. Then they will put these machines. I don't know how they will experience when they connect this kind of machines to them, and literally taking away all the milk from their cow, not giving single drop of milk to their own child. And is this the way that we treat a cow, telling that it is a komata? Even in India, this is what the case in these times. None of them are taking milk directly by using a hand. Maybe a minimum sector of people. How many can assure that the milk that we get from the packet, Arvin or whatever, uh, do we 100% sure that the milk was hand milked, and then the cow was not at all beaten to get the milk from the cow? And uh, did the baby born for the cow, did she have her milk from her mama? And then once the cow is dead, are we sure that the cow is buried down the earth with proper respect to her, not sent to a slaughterhouse for getting meat out of it and sent to the foreign countries? Even if it is in India or if it is in Europe, it is, we don't even want to say this is exactly what is happening. And unawarely what is happening, we are still consuming milk. And if you can see, because the reason why I became vegetarian was, I don't want to torture animals. That was the purpose why I wanted to become from non-vegetarian to vegetarian. But even after becoming vegetarian what I heard from one of my friends, before I was not aware, it was this one: cheese. Most of the cheeses that I used to live in France. France was the country which is known for its cheese making. and and if you take cheeses, almost 80 to 90% of the cheese have the enzyme called rennet. This rennet, which makes the cheese silky. When you take the pizza or whatever, the cheese which will be silky, this tendency will be given through this enzyme only if you add this enzyme. And only this enzyme works better because the enzyme called rennet, it is found only in the stomach of the calf, and they will take the rennet out of the stomach of the calf by killing the calf and opening the stomach by cutting and opening it, and then taking the enzyme out, and they will put it in the milk so that it becomes, how to say, uh, during the fermentation process, they will put this animal rennet to make cheeses. There are also vegetarian cheeses available where you can find plant-based enzymes, but you have to really read the ingredient. If it is really vegetarian rennet and there is no animal rennet is there. And see here, even in India, all the cows will be pierced in her nose so that she will be controlled. Is this the way that we take from the Gomata? Is this the way that if we treat a cow as our mother, do we control her by piercing the nose and putting a thread over the nose of the cow, and sending her out, and then bringing her back and getting the milk, all the milk from her? Is this the way that we treat? So we have to think and see. how we will collect honey from the beehive, or the artificial beehive. I would say in this process almost 50 to 100 bees will be killed away. So we think that being vegan, we like what is veganism? Why we have to become a vegan is more necessary than being a vegetarian is. So as what I explained, unknowingly we are hurting animals. And if you are an Indian, it is not at all complicated. You have to only replace milk and ghee. That is the very bit butter maybe, and then ghee. That's the only major thing that we use being a vegetarian in Indian family. Whereas if you are a European, you will find quite complicated. But that's why I have some YouTube pages, I will say, or plenty of sources that you will have. So you can watch that. You will have plenty of ideas about veganism. But being an Indian, it's so simple. You just replace cow's milk with soy milk, I would say, because soy milk is almost same as cow's milk when you compare with the nutrition value. And soya, the best part of soya milk is it has no fat in it, and which is good for your health. Whereas in cow's milk, you will have that fat, and it's not needed. This is the fat which the baby of the cow needs, not the human. And and so you can replace cow's milk with soy milk, and then ghee and butter with coconut oil or sesame oil or non-hydrogenized plant-based butter. These days when you go to the supermarket, you will find almost similar to ghee taste, or the aroma of the ghee, or the butter kind of consistent. But these are all hydrogenized plant-based butter, and you have to avoid them because it's artificial. And egg, you can replace egg by avocado or banana if you are baking some stuff. And cheese, to replace cheese, you can have nut based cheeses which is available in these days, and especially cashews. mm, Honey, you can replace honey with maple syrup or agave syrup. And when we take balanced diet, what we think is protein, carbohydrate, minerals, vitamins, fats, all these things should be there. We tell when we remove cow's milk we will not have something. We know in vegan you have everything. Soy milk you take, you Google, it's almost similar to cow's milk. And ghee, you Google in Google, you can find nutrition chart where the coconut oil has almost similar values to your ghee. And then for the maple syrup or agave syrup, they have almost the same content as of your date or your honey. And in order to have the balanced diet, I made quite a lot of vegan foods. So you can just go through my vegan, Yogi's vegan cuisine in Instagram, and Yogi's cuisine in YouTube page, where I put so far 319 posts. You think it's so complicated to make vegan food? It is not expensive at all. It's so easy. And I can maybe show you some videos so that like this is my Instagram page. Let's see, for example, all these things which I made. I'm quite sure you will also can make. And see here, for example, I made my own soy milk. You would say that it is how to say, hybrid and whatever. It's so simple. You just soak the soy overnight, then then grind it, and you have the wonderful soy milk. Then it was a dessert made out of soy milk. I just put some coconut oil, rava, just semolina. You put some soy milk, and then cardamom with it. So that's it. You will put some jaggery, and it's like payasam, what we say in Tamil Nadu, kesari, rava payasam. And these are all some nuts. You put it. So so vegan food is so simple. We don't have to complicate by thinking, by exaggerating that veganism is kind of how to say mm, marketing or industrial thing. No, it's not a really industrial kind of thing. So let me come back to my presentation. So, so this is my new vegan food page. You can see during your time if you really want to. And what I understood by reading all those uh, by watching the videos of the masters and reading Tirukkural on various books. And this is what I understood. Like you have five varieties of food, five categories of food, I would say. High positive life energy giving food, life energy incorporated, half life energy, no life energy, negative life energy. High positive life energy means the food which is raw. For example, the fruits, nuts, vegetables. These are all raw and you can eat happily. Like fruit will give you happiness because it's sweet, it's nice, when you eat them. And if you have that wonderful feeling while you eat something, it adds up more value to the physical energy that you absorb from the food. It also gives energy to your mind when the food is really have a nice taste and nice aroma. And this is called a high positive life energy. When you put a fruit, when you take the seed out of the food and out of the fruit and you put back in the soil, it grows back. So this one, it was not a dead one. So it has life in it, and it gives 100% of pranic energy to your life, to your body. And the second food that comes under is life energy incorporated is the sprouts. So you soak the beans overnight, then you put in a container after removing the water. Then maybe 1 or 2 days after, you will start it started to growing. And if you eat this, taste wise it's not so good, but it is healthy. So it comes under second. You have plenty of prana inside, but you have no that feeling. So that's why it's not 100% apt for your body and mind and your entire system, but 90% I would say. And these food you can eat morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever you wish. And half life energy, whichever the food that we cook, it becomes half life energy, almost dead. When the color of the vegetable it changes, it loses all its vitamin and minerals. That's why it's becoming this kind of color from very dark green. This is the broccoli curry. You can see the broccoli has become mild brown. And you see the lady's finger have become very dark enough, which means almost we made it a kind of carbon kind of thing. And it's not going to be giving 100% of its energy to our body. And these days I follow something called vegetable clinic, where they speak about how you can heal your body by eating only raw vegetables. No need of uh, how to say any particular practice. Only through raw vegetables you can transform. And I am following these days, and all the mornings I eat only fruits and nuts. In the evening slowly I am eating raw vegetables, and only in the afternoon I eat cooked food. And there is a thing called no life energy, which is the dead. So when we kill the animal, it's no more life inside. And when we eat that, it gives nothing to our body. It goes inside and it comes outside. Maybe it consumes some extra energy, maybe. And the fifth one is negative life energy. Negative life energy is like alcohol, the smoking habit or drugs, whatever. And instead of giving, we put something to our mouth to give energy to our body. Whereas these negative pranic energy, they remove the life or remove the remove the energy from our body, mind, and soul. So that's why we have to completely avoid alcohol, smoking habit, everything. And how to eat only if hungry. This is what I took away from Tirukkural. We don't have to eat 3 meals a day. Whenever you're hungry, you eat. Either it is 10 o'clock, either it's 5 o'clock. If you are hungry only 2 times a day, that is enough. I practiced this. I never fell in ill. That's why I am talking to you now. I found something out of that. And don't eat too much. When you have that first burp, it indicates that you don't need any more. So just afterwards, start to reduce your intake and then finish it off. And don't drink water before and after eating. We have to soak little bit. We have to marinate, like how to say, we have to hydrate little bit our throat and and the interior, but not too much of water. It will lead to maldigestion. And then mouth should be closed and mash the food well. If we have the tendency to keep the mouth open while we are chewing, the air will go inside, and which will lead to maldigestion. And we have to mash well the food before consuming. That is the very important point where even Thiruvalluvar, he mentions about all the 4 points, except this one Thiruvalluvar didn't mention. And don't eat just before going to bed, which we aware of that. And while sleeping, left side posture is highly recommended. Your body has to be the left side while you sleep. This was given by Balala, and because of our stomach opening, the body, the opening of the stomach canal. When you sleep in the right side, it becomes it gets opened, and all the food that we ate, it start to come outside, which leads to the um, acidity problem, everything. So always sleep in left side posture. It's ideal one. So yeah, thanks for listening to me patiently, and hope it helped you. The reason why I became vegan was not to hurt animals, and I hope after watching my video, you will have a think about that. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arputha. Very, very good wisdom. And yes, you had a lot of research on the food, when to eat, how to eat, and also about wisdom, about all the masters, all the sages, wonderfully explained. Thank you so much once again. So thank you, friends, for your wonderful comments. So everyone has messaged.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, friends, for all your comments. Thank you, Arputha. So friends, hope you have enjoyed this session by Master Arputha. And yes, yeah, please spread about message about this plant-based diet to everyone. Okay. Thank you so much, friends. I'm closing today's call. Bye, everyone.